Welcome to issue 311 of Critical Encounters, a podcast about Marvel Champions, a living card game by Fantasy Flight Games. Here, we take a good look at that most critical piece of the game, the encounter sets. We'll discuss those poorly understood characters, unfairly labeled villains, and their various plans to shape humanity and benefit the planet, as well as those so-called heroes intent on thwarting them. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel, and joining me tonight is Steve. How are you?
Hello, how are you? I'm doing well.
Fantastico. And also with us is Scott. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you, Daniel?
Quite well, quite well. I recently had a pipe burst in my house, as Steve told you. And I thought how lucky my house disaster was compared to, say, Bill's the other year.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That was a doozy.
Yeah,
that was rough.
I sort of woke up hearing a noise and caught it pretty early, and it's already been repaired. And there's a hole in my wall, but whatevs. You know,
that still sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fine.
Especially in the wintertime. The cold. Yeah. A hole in your wall when it's as cold as it is still,
that's not great.
Still not nothing.
Yeah. But that is my normal recording room, so if my sound is strange, I'm in my large dining room, which has a certain cavernous quality to it sound-wise, so I apologize.
It's not bad. It's fine.
Thank you.
You are your wonderful self still. But you did sort of jump the gun.
I did?
Because normally we ask a question.
What's that?
So Dandelion, what is on your mind tonight?
Well, thank you. My pipes bursting was not actually on my mind. Gratitude was on my mind, Steve, because I want to send a Patreon thank you to J.H. Simon. Okay. Now, do we know J.H. Simon from Discord or anything, Steve? Is this a name that we've heard before?
It's not a name I recognize
from
Discord. He may be on Discord as something else. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope he reaches out and lets us know. It's JH, we are delighted and grateful to you. And so JH, what we need, we've lately taken to hanging out with Batroc the Leaper, and he's been doing some practice and some warming up, and we really need a kick velocity test dummy. So we're delighted to offer you that position here in the lair. I know Batroc is grateful. In fact, hold on, I think I've got him right here. Batroc, you said you wanted to say something to J.H. Simon about the job? Oui. Merci beaucoup to J.H. Simon, now serving as Batroc's kick velocity test dummy. You'll be standing at varying distances while I demonstrate la puissance du coup de pied. Helmets are not allowed as they ruin the data. If you wake up facing the wrong direction, the test was a success.
Right.
Thank you, Batroc. Thank you. Okay. So
as eloquent as ever, sir.
Yeah, he's got a good command of that French.
So JH has to stand there while Batroc leaps and kicks at him.
Yeah, I mean
that's not going to be an issue
good job.
Problem for. I'm sure it'll be fine.
JH, reminding you that we have incredible benefits here in the lair, so you're fine.
Oh, incredible is a word for them. Sure.
They are without peer in the benefits world. Thank you, though, for real, JH. Fantastic having you here.
Yeah, thank you to JH. Thank you to all the patrons. If you want to become a patron to help support the show, help us improve our audio equipment, pay for hosting fees, create alternate stuff that we bring to conventions, ship stuff for prizes, buy stuff for prizes. I don't know, whatever else we have to do. Health insurance maybe for JH here.
Wall repair. Who knows? I don't know.
Wall repair, pipe repair, those sort of things. You can find out how to be a patron. End of the show, you just go to Patreon, and we are Critical Encounters Pod on there. So easy peasy, done. Okay.
All right. Now, why is Batroc here tonight, Steve?
Oh, we are going to talk about his Brigade tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Batroc's Brigade, that's a modular set. We're getting ready to talk about Batroc, but we got to talk about the guys he hangs out with first. So that was my job. I get to tell you all about Batroc's Brigade. So
okay, cool.
All right, so here we go. No surprises. This here, it's a group of mercenaries who work for and with Batroc the Leaper. We'll talk about him next week. Now, his brigade has gone through 4 different incarnations, and the characters we have in our game are from his 4th and current brigade. And I just want to mention the other ones just super briefly. So his first collection, basically what happens is Batroc says, I can't do this solo. I need a team. Just like we're a team here, right? So he's like, I need some guys. So the first brigade is Batroc himself with swordsman, who, is good with a sword, and everybody's favorite friend of Andrew, the living laser. You remember the living laser? Remember
No way.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I remember Andrew much more than I remember the living laser.
Yeah. LL Cool J was somehow involved in it too. It's an early appearance of the living laser with Batroc. And those guys, they steal a seismo bomb, whatever that is. Okay. Yeah. So the second group of the brigade is Batroc, Whirlwind, who we have talked about quite a bit.
Like the Whirlwind we know and love?
The Whirlwind we know and love. Yep.
Okay.
And Porcupine.
Oh, man, I wish that was one of these guys.
I think we see Porcupine in the She-Hulk TV series.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Okay. And these guys are hired by the Hood to do Hood stuff. I don't know. He hires them on at some point. So, yeah.
Okay. Great.
All right. And then the third Batroc's brigade is Batroc and get this, a bunch of nameless thugs.
Great.
Just some dudes. Like, they don't do anything cool. We don't get anybody's name. It's a little out of character. It's just him and some guys. Okay. But the 4th time is the charm because that's our group now. It's Batroc, it's Machete, it's Zaran, and eventually Rapido joins. And then we do see a different Machete, a female Machete, join them as well. But I'm going to reserve comment on Machete till we get to Machete. Okay. So,
got it.
But the guys that we have now in the set are his 4th and current brigade.
Okay.
All right. Let me tell you. Let's pick one of these guys. Let me tell you about one of these guys, okay? Because we have 3 unique minions we want to talk about. So I'm going to start with Zaran.
I would say Zaran. I assume these guys are all, French, except they're not.
They are not. Yes, they are definitely not all French. Although,
okay, maybe only Zaran. Yeah,
I'll tell you about him. Okay, so Zaran.
Okay.
Maximilian Zaran. All right.
Okay, not French.
Not French. First appears in the Master of Kung Fu number 77 in 1979. Introduced not as a villain, not as a bad guy, but as a man who has already grown tired of pretending that his hands were clean. So he is born in the UK, and Zaran served as an agent for MI6, like the Secret Service over there, right? So over time, the illusion for Zaran cracks. Right? Committing crimes for the government is still committing crimes. It just paid worse and demanded silence. So what he does is he leaves them to become a mercenary to choose his own battles, even if those are no less criminal activities. But he's doing it for himself now. Okay. But Zaran's motivations are never for money. It's not really about the money. Much of what follows it traces all the way back to a character known as Fa Lu Sui, who is the MI6 director and the daughter of Dr. Fu Manchu and the half-sister of Shang-Chi.
Okay.
So they are together, until she decides that he's not enough for her. He's
even
weak.
with those muscles?
Even with those muscles.
I think it might be the hair, if I'm guessing like where the problem is. I want to see him without that helmet because like, is he is he got pigtails?
I don't know. I don't think
that's
so.
what it looks like, right?
Double ponytail?
Which I think is adorable. I'm not slighting it. It's just kind of an odd choice for.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. I mean, I'd do it if I could, I guess. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. Pardon the interruption, Steve.
It's okay. All right. So she dumps him because he's weak. He's not weak in skill, but he's weak in resolve. And when she leaves, Zaran did what so many do when love slips through their fingers. He tries to become somebody worthy of being taken back.
Oh, always. Oh, yes. A tale as old as time, Steve.
So he continues to take harder and harder jobs. He sharpens his weapons. He measures himself against legends, right? He faces Shang-Chi.
That's a
Again,
mistake.
he learns what it means to lose because Shang-Chi beats him to a pulp. And then he comes
Of
after him
course.
again, and he wins briefly. Okay.
Oh, okay. That was
Yep.
unexpected. All right.
He joins up with Batroc's Brigade as they go after Captain America's shield. He's doing it not for the glory, but for the proof that he is not weak. Okay, the proof that he matters, that he is formidable, that he has changed, so that she will love him again. He eventually clashes with the West Coast Avengers. He hunts Hawkeye for a little while, so I already like this guy. But he's doing this sort of for a corrupt shield operative. The pattern sort of remains the same for this guy, right? Every fight is kind of a quiet argument with his past, and he never can quite win that argument. But he is a master of weapons. He's a disciplined martial artist. He's a precise marksman. He's clad in steel, and he has these little sais that are studded. His studs are actually little tiny sai weapons, which he can use to throw at people or whatever. He eventually joins the Thunderbolts instead of fighting against them when he realizes he's outmatched. But he's never really committed to being a villain. He's just there to survive, to improve, to endure, to be worthy of the love that he has lost. He is still at it. He is still alive and kicking in the Marvel Universe. He's still carrying her name, in his heart. He is still heartbroken, but she never comes back to him.
Scott, would you agree that we're all a little bit Zaran inside?
Yeah, I would agree. How could I not?
How could you not? Yeah.
How could you not? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so his story is not about obsession or villainy. It's about what happens when love leaves a mark deeper than any blade, and how becoming stronger doesn't always mean becoming whole.
Well, that was a great story, Steve.
That was a great story.
Thank you, Daniel, from across the dining room.
As we have experienced, the life of crime did eventually help him to feel whole. Is that the moral of the story that I'm hearing?
It is. He is trying to fill that hole with crime. Yes. Yeah.
It makes an endless void that cannot be filled, Scott.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Even with excessive amounts of crime and violence.
Yeah. And violence. Yeah.
And money.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
All right. Why don't one of you guys read his card for us? Daniel, you do it. You do this one.
Okay. I'll tell you about Zaran, the unique minion with one scheme, one attack with a star. He's got 5 health. He's Batroc's Brigade and mercenary traded. Now, when he attacks you, he gets plus attack, where X is the printed resource cost of the card tucked under him. When revealed, you tuck a weapon upgrade you control under Zaran. Otherwise, tuck the top card of your deck under Zaran, and he comes with 2 boost icons. That's fascinating. That's really interesting.
Yeah,
now,
so he is a weapons master. So the theme here of him taking a weapon and using it to get better, it seems to fit. So
okay, I like it. Now, can he take like permanent weapons? Like, doesn't Psylocke come with weapons?
Probably not.
No.
Are hers?
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think the permanent prevents it.
Yeah, I think the permanent prevents it.
Okay.
Only cards within its own set can affect a permanent card.
Okay.
So
there you go.
They're not going to go anywhere.
So he can't take Mjolnir or something like that. Well, Mjolnir's not permanent.
Actually, Mjolnir he could take.
Yeah.
He could take.
But he couldn't take like the Psi knife and the Psi sword or whatever.
Yeah, he couldn't take those.
Okay. Right. Yep.
Well, I still like him. That's going to be disruptive.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably just take the top card of your deck most of the time, but yeah, that's cool. I like that effect. It makes me want more minions and villains to have something like that.
Yeah, the only theme miss here is when we encounter him in Batroc's Brigade, he's attempting, or maybe it's a success. He's attempting to steal Captain America's shield, and the shield in the game is not weapons traded. So I guess maybe that's a theme home run because he can't actually steal it because he never does it in the book, even though they're trying to.
Perfect.
So yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good hit. That's good there.
Awesome. Okay, I like him. I think he's good. 5 health. It'll take a significant hit to deal with him, and you'll want to get your stuff back.
Yeah, he's already stolen something from you, so
you gotta make it pay for it.
When you kill him, where does that weapon go? Discard?
Discard. Yep.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the next guy here.
Okay.
Rapido. Roussel Dupont first appears in Punisher Volume 2, number 65 in May 1992. So he's going to be our youngest of the three. Okay. He arrives exactly as advertised, fast, loud, and gone before anyone asks too many questions. All right. He is a former member of the French Foreign Legion, turned mercenary. Dupont rebrands himself as Rapido, a name that promises speed and efficiency and no patience for any nuance. Okay. He doesn't just move quickly, he escalates quickly. So at a certain point, he loses his right arm, which he upgrades. Instead of retiring, he upgrades it because he is persistent. All right. He replaces it with a mentally controlled chain gun. So that gun in the art is his arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. And it's like,
now
okay,
I see it. All right. Yep.
Goes all the way up his shoulder, right? He eventually adds some additional modifications like a laser sight and a grenade launcher module and stuff like that. Okay.
I hope for his sake, Steve, he's left-handed.
Yeah, just in case he needs a.
I mean, how does he brush his teeth?
Right.
Or cut his steak in his steak frite? Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
He forces other people to do it at gunpoint.
Cut my meat.
Okay, so during the Civil War event, Rapido was contracted by the French government to stop unregistered American heroes from crossing the border into France.
Oh, I like this guy even more.
This is amazing.
Backed by the French armed forces, he operates as a state-sanctioned enforcer with broad authority and very little scrutiny. There's no speeches, no negotiations, no visible checks on his judgment. Just his rapid decisions made with overwhelming force. Okay. So it's just law reduced to reaction time, right? And Rapido fits that role perfectly. When he arrives on the scene, the outcome is already decided, right? He's just going to show up and start shooting. All right. So later on, he joins the fourth incarnation of Batroc's Brigade. He teams up with Zaran and a female machete when they're in Madripoor. And in this case, the group disables Iron Man and Captain America together, and they hijack these things called Hornet drones. It's like this technology expo sort of thing. Okay. But he does it with ruthless efficiency. He's in, he's out. There's no pause, no reflection. Rapido. Okay. Now, not everyone is impressed with his speed, and he has a famously brutal exchange with Black Widow, and she pretty much just cuts him down with a single line. And I'm just going to read her quote. All right. Rapido, right? Your girlfriend give you that name?
Oh.
Steve, we're a family
show.
Kids don't know what we're talking about. Okay.
Oof. That is
Yeah.
best Marvel quote maybe of all time.
Yep. He survives. He endures. He's still going. He's still out there kicking. He's still running at full speed. So that's Rapido.
I only have really one problem with him. His name should be Rapide.
Oh, right. If he's French.
Yeah, because it's like a Spanish name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he serves with the French Foreign Legion and he works for the French government, but I don't know if he's actually French or not.
His name's Dupont.
Okay, it is Dupont. You're right. And it's like, you're right. Never mind. Take it back. And it's his first name is Roussel, Roussel.
Yeah, Roussel Dupont.
Yeah, Roussel Dupont.
Maybe
that's pretty French.
Maybe the girlfriend was Hispanic.
That's good, Scott.
Okay.
Black Widow was right.
Oh boy.
Exactly.
Maybe the next mercenary gave him the name. I don't know what their relationship is.
All right, Scott, read us the minion card for him.
All right, let's read. Well, wait, why am I Rapido? Are you trying to say something, Steve?
No, you're next. Something? That's all. You're next.
Okay, cool. All right, so Rapido, he's a minion. He's got 1 scheme, 3 attack, and he has the Batroc's Brigade and mercenary traits, 4 health, and an asterisk on his attack that his attacks gain ranged and deal indirect damage, which kind of makes sense with a machine gun. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character you control. He has a boost effect and no boost icons. Boost effect is just deal 1 damage to each character you control.
Yeah, okay.
I like it. I love it. Anytime we get a card that when you draw it on the boost, it can wipe out the ally you're defending with.
Yeah.
Is great. and he does that. He has that indirect damage. He is ranged. He hits for 3. It's solid. Not a lot of health, but, when revealed, he's going to deal damage when he comes out.
Yeah, and he could mow down a couple allies that are low on health.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
It's
I do
happened to
like
me.
the whole, unique... I do like the whole indirect damage that they're using, kind of like... We've seen it sort of in Crossbones machine gun, that kind of thing, where it's this damage outside of the attack. I like that. So seems to fit his character.
Like it.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. But that's not all of them, right? There's still more.
We have one left. We have one minion left, and then a few cards. So let's talk about Machete. Okay.
I'm very curious about this one based on the flavor text. Okay.
Is that the name of a movie?
It is not that, but we're not doing that. Although I do think there is some inspiration taken one direction.
I think there
or the
might
other.
be.
Okay. All right. Ferdinand Lopez first appears in Captain America #2, October 1984.
Okay.
Introduced as a revolutionary, which is Marvel's shorthand at the time for someone inconvenient to American foreign policy.
Okay.
That's about right.
So Lopez fought against the openly oppressive government of his home country, San Diablo, which is a Marvel made-up South American nation. Okay, so his country is run by a military dictator calling himself the Executioner. No,
Ooh.
not that Executioner, Daniel.
Oh.
And it's got, not that one either, okay? Marvel just really loves the name Executioner, and they use it like 5 times, okay?
Are you sure it's not the Executor?
I am sure it's not the Executor. Okay. So then,
wait, that's Darth Vader's ship. Never mind. Sorry.
All right, so after a violent coup, the Executioner consolidates power the old-fashioned way. Mass killings, vanishing dissidents, denying medical care to anyone who wasn't politically useful to him. Okay. Enter the gods, or a god, Thor.
Oh.
So Thor and his alter ego, Dr. Donald Blake, arrive on the scene in San Diablo. And for a brief, shining moment, the story plays out exactly how Cold War comics love to tell it. Thor smashes tanks. Blake heals the wounded. America, through its mythic stand-ins, swoops in to save the helpless and restore order. Cue the flag waving. Yay, cue the triumph.
Hooray!
And then nothing actually changes. Okay. The dictator falls, but the system doesn't. Okay.
Steve, I'm sorry. This story is really scaring me.
Yeah.
So you're telling me regime change is more complicated than just eliminating a single person?
Yeah, it might be.
What? Okay. You mean you have to deal with an entire mentality, not just an individual?
A whole series of governmental and individual institutions that have been set up over decades to fuel the existing regime. Anyway.
This does sound like a
Anyways, let me get back to this guy. Okay. All right. The uniforms are different. The slogans are softer, but the corruption, it remains. All right. The prisons are still full. The poor are still disposable. Medical care is still rationed along political lines. The revolution didn't fail. It was just contained. Okay. And this is where Ferdinand Lopez stops being a background character and starts being uncomfortable for those in power. All right. Machete sees the truth that the heroes don't stick around long enough to notice. Liberation that relies on outside saviors isn't liberation at all. Okay. When he attempts to organize a real grassroots revolution, one led by the people who actually live and die under the regime, he hits the same wall that so many others do. He doesn't have any money, he doesn't have any weapons, he has no international support, just a government with a badge and a gun deciding who belongs and who doesn't belong. So Lopez does what Marvel wants you to think is the moral fall. He becomes a mercenary. He joins Batroc and later Dr. Doom, but not out of greed or ideology, but because money is power, and power is the only language that authoritarian systems respect. So the irony you can tell here, right? It's thick. The man labeled a villain is the only one still trying to free his people, while the good guys, in quotes, have already moved on to the next crisis.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm liking this guy.
That sounds, that feels on point.
Yep.
He's got a little Che Guevara going on. I like it. Okay.
Well, does it hold, though? That's the origin. Does it hold, right? Because you can start there, but not stay there.
Well, let me keep going and let's see what happens, shall we?
Let's find out. Yes. I want to
So
know.
in 1995, Machete is killed by a character known as Zeitgeist, who is a walking embodiment of the disillusionment with the American dream. Someone who has watched the wealth pour upwards while suffering was treated like collateral damage.
I believe I've
Wow,
just
that's
found my
really
favorite
apropos.
superhero.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know.
I'm gonna make a Zeitgeist card.
Excellent, excellent.
By I mean Steve.
Okay.
Thank you in advance.
It's a fittingly bleak end for Machete, a revolutionary murdered not by a tyrant, but by the entropy of a system that eats its own. Right there, it's terrible.
Oof.
And then Marvel forgets that Machete is dead, because 2 years later, Machete reappears in an Elektra comic, and he died, but they did not realize that. So eventually, they decide to retcon, and they reveal that it isn't Ferdinand at all, but it is his brother Alfonso Lopez taking up the blade and the name. So this is Machete 2 now, Alfonso, who promptly dies in 2001. Then comes the third brother, Mariano Lopez, who assumes the mantle, and he takes that up in 2005, but he still carries the mantle today. But there is a female Machete who shows up. I don't know if it's one of their sisters or what the deal is. I couldn't figure that one out, but she is pictured in one of the art that we'll talk about coming up. All right. All of them at some point work with Batroc's Brigade. All of them are labeled criminals. All of them are defined by a world where resisting the state violence automatically makes you a threat. And that, my friends, is the quiet brilliance behind the Machete character. He isn't a symbol of chaos. He's a symbol of what happens when government decides legality matters more than humanity, when borders, papers, and uniforms become excuses to brutalize people for order, when those with power call themselves protectors while acting like enforcers, when helping your people survive is treated as terrorism and enforcing suffering is treated as duty. Machete isn't the villain of his story. He's the one who never stops fighting, even when the cameras are gone, even when the gods went home, even when the law said he was the problem. He's there trying to help his people.
Well, Steve, I know that you took some amount of pleasure in writing.
I did have a good time writing this one.
And we are grateful for that final coda. So thank you.
That's quite the story. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise to find out that this character, right, from however long ago this was, like I was saying.
Well, this is right in the heart of Iran-Contra stuff going on.
Right.
1984. For those of us old enough to remember, that mildly corrupt moment in American history. Cool. Well, tell us about Machete the Minion, because it's an unusual card. I'll say that right now.
Okay. Our Machete is a unique minion with one scheme, 2 attack with an asterisk, Batroc's Brigade and Mercenary traded, only 3 health. He has Surge and Vulnerable traits.
Interesting.
Or keywords, I guess. So his little asterisk is Machete's attacks gain piercing, and he has when defeated, shuffle Machete into the encounter deck, 2 boost icons, with the quote, with each Machete's demise, the title passes to another member of the Lopez family.
Love it.
So
that's really amazing.
Yeah.
And to remind our listeners at home, vulnerable, stun him or confuzzle him, he's discarded.
Yeah.
Noted, not defeated.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
So if you don't want him to keep coming back, you have to.
If you don't want his brothers to show up. Each time he comes back, it's a different Lopez family member.
It's different Lopez, exactly. How many are there?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't have that answer, but I think there's the 3 brothers, and it must be a sister, and maybe Machete 3 dies, and I just missed that.
There's as many as Marvel needs there to be.
Right. That's right. This is yeah.
You're gonna ask, what are Machete's powers? He has none, right? He doesn't have superpowers. He's a man with a plan or a drive, or and that's it. He's good with his machete, and he's guerrilla warfare and those sort of things, but he's just a regular human, which I think speaks to the fact that he has the vulnerable keyword, right? Like a superhero can just knock him out and take him out because, right? How do you stand up?
Isn't that true of all 3 of these guys? They're more
correct.
They're dudes, and they are super powered, right? There's no mutations running through them. One can shoot a cyber gun pretty well, and the other is a good sword.
Correct. That's it.
One is
Yep.
unbelievably willful, which is awesome. Like they're just folk.
They're just folk. Yep.
Just
with
people.
folk feelings.
Skilled mercenaries.
Yeah. I like these three. I mean, Rapido doesn't really do much for me. Ron and Machete, those stories are great. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But we're not done with cards. Daniel, I think you're up, right? Give us a card.
Well, let me tell you what this whole brigade is trying to do, if you won't mind. All right. Batroc's Brigade is a side scheme that comes out with 6 threat, has 2 boost icons. Now, each minion gains toughness. When revealed, give each enemy a tough status card. Wow. Hero Interrupt. When you reveal a non-elite minion, spend 3 resources of any type. Cancel the effects of that minion and discard it. What an interesting card. Money won't buy loyalty, but it helps, guys.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Right.
That is fascinating.
So they're stronger together, right? Like, so you have this toughness, right? They're working as a team. So if they're already in play, they get tough, or when they come into play, they get a tough. But you can buy them off when they come out. You can pay them because they're mercenaries, right? So you can pay them 3 resources and they'll just go away. And canceling the effects of that minion means you don't do its when revealed, you don't do its surge. If it had insight on it because of some other card, like none of that stuff happens. You just ignore it.
I think with all the violence that we love to do minions, it's ever going to be worth $3. But I imagine, the ones you want to spend $3 on are probably all elite. These guys just aren't. Right.
I think that's because, like, if Rapido hits the table and you have a bunch of allies that still have an activation left, it's probably worth 3 resources to keep them all alive and also not have to eliminate Rapido, which is probably at least 2 resources worth of cards or effects in your hand to take him out. Right? He's got 4 health, so I could see. Same with Zaran. If you have a weapon that you don't want to lose. Maybe you've got like a sonic rifle or something and it's got 2 shots on it and you're like, that's a 4 resource card right there. I'm gonna pay 3 resources just to save that, let alone get rid of Zaran and not have to worry about him too, right? So I think several of these, it actually makes a lot of sense to pay the 3 resources. If it's these cards coming out, like you don't have to draw another card, right? You are literally paying 3 resources to completely cancel the effects of the minion and discard it, not defeat it, just discard it. It's pretty, like, this is one you might almost want to leave out when you're playing Batroc. If you're kind of rich.
Oh, interesting.
I mean,
but then everyone comes with toughness. I don't know, man. Like,
right, but they don't get the toughness if you buy them off, if you spend the resources. So if you don't spend the resources, then they are also tough. So that
imagine a game where every turn you're buying off some loser minion. Tell me about your strength against the villain at that point.
Right.
Like, so, I get the situational necessity of this sometimes, but that's your turn, dude.
Well, and you might not be drawing a minion every turn. Though,
sure,
right?
Of course.
So there are also
obviously, if you're a fun hero that wants to challenge yourself, you play all sorts of minion heavy mods, right?
Yeah.
So this thing is, I'll spoil it right now. I love this set, but
I think that this card creates conversation at the table and definitely gives you some choices.
We don't have anything like it, do we?
We're going to try to, no, I don't think so. We're going to try to get rid of this, but if we don't, it is okay for us. It's also bad for us at the same time. So, like, are there other targets for our threat removal that are more important? Can we leave this? Oh, maybe I do spend the 3 resources. Like, yeah, it's not a put it on the table and keep it there an entire game. I don't think. Like, maybe let's do a setup. This card is in play at all times. Let's see what happens.
I think some of it depends on how rich you are. If you're running a hero that has a lot of resources, or if you're already set up and you've got resource generators, you've got 2 or 3 resource generators on the table, like, I feel like you might just leave it. If it's early in the game and you're not going to have the money, like, absolutely, you got to clear this. You do not want to be having to deal with that effect in all the tough statuses it's thrown out. Yeah.
Or if you're a hero that has piercing.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
This is This is wild. That's such a cool. I mean, that's such a cool side scheme. I love
It really is. The whole set is really interesting in its design and the creativity of it. It's good. I really like this mod set.
Well,
But
we
we're
have
not
one
even
more
done
card
with it,
left.
Scott.
Yeah,
We do have,
Oh,
we have another card. We haven't even talked about it all.
Well, in the art here for Batroc's Brigade, we have Batroc sporting the purple, right? Over on the left is Rapido. We've got Zaran there in his weird costume, S&M looking leather. And then this female machete that nobody knows who she is or there's nothing about her. So, yeah.
She's
we have
just
another card.
The next Lopez.
Officially it doesn't tell us that, but I agree. So, all right, we got another card.
Let's talk about the last card.
Yeah.
It's Soldiers of Fortune. It's a treachery with the when revealed effect, choose, spend 3 resources of any type, or find a mercenary minion and reveal it. If no minion entered play this way, this card gains Surge. It has a boost effect that you must choose to either spend 1 resource of any type, or this card gains 3 boost icons. Otherwise, it just has the 1 boost effect and no boost icons. So it's either a 0 if you spend a resource or a 3.
Yeah.
On theme.
Again, great decision.
I love the artwork of them like bursting through the ceiling, blazing. That looks like the Lady Machete.
It is.
In this art.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her again. Yep.
Yeah. The Batroc's Brigade and Soldiers of Fortune are from the same book. Like they drop down through the ceiling and then they win and then they're posing in the brigade like, yeah, we're awesome.
Yeah.
And,
So the side scheme is the album cover? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you spend 3 or you have to find a mercenary. Now, if there are no mercenary minions to find, you could still choose bullet point 2 to go find the mercenary, and then there aren't any, so it just surges, which is kind of sad. But I mean, this has 3 mercenaries, so chances are there's some mercenary somewhere you can go get, right?
That's right.
Well, Steve, you saying something like, I'm sure you'll find a mercenary. That makes me think it might be game time.
Oh boy. Okay.
Scott, you versus Steve.
Rapido.
Rapido. Epic, name them.
Did I say Rapido?
Rapido.
Name them. Each of you will go one at a time and see how far down the line you can get. Okay, but we're going to start the game with Steve. How many mercenaries do you think there are?
Okay, there's at least 3.
So mercenary traded cards. Now there are doubles of these.
Only encounter
doubles. I'm counting they're only encounter cards, and I'm counting the doubles and the triples as 1.
So how many character names have? Okay.
Correct.
Right. Because I think there's at least a villain or that's a mercenary. Okay.
We're just saying minions, not villains, or are we including villains?
Are we?
Minions and villains.
I will say 8.
Okay. Scott, what is your guess?
I'm going to guess.
Maybe there's like way more.
10.
All right. The answer is 12, which means, Scott, you will be going first in our mercenary count-off. All right. So.
Only 12, huh?
There's only 12. There are 18 finds by that trait in Marvel CDB, but again,
I can't think of any of them.
Well, you got Rapido.
Yeah, obviously not counting the brigade, right? Moving on past the brigade.
Oh no! If that's how you
want to
start
with the brigade to get things rolling. Yeah.
Okay. Get the juices flowing. Okay.
Get the juices flowing. We'll see if it goes from there.
Okay. And you at home, play along. Scott, you're up.
I'm going to start with Zaran.
Nailed it.
I can still say Rapido, right? Because we hadn't
actually
started. Okay, Rapido.
Good.
Machete.
Nailed it. Steve, you're up.
Batroc.
All right, you've got tonight's 4.
Okay, now I'm in trouble. Okay. No, I think I know at least 2 more.
Villain or Batroc the Thunderbolt?
This is Batroc.
You didn't ask me that.
Villain.
But you have to pick one.
All right. The villain.
I guess doubles don't count. Doubles don't count.
Doubles don't
count. Batroc counts for both.
The other Batroc is not a mercenary.
Yeah, I was going to say the Thunderbolt one probably
just Thunderbolt.
is not. Just Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like the
All
Black
right.
Widow isn't going to also be Shield or whatever. Yeah.
All right. Whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
It's Scott's.
Okay.
And I am thoroughly I know that there are some, and I'm trying to think of which ones are actually have the mercenary trait.
I will say this: a third of the 18 cards are 2 characters, like 2 individuals. So that should tell you that there are villains level 1, 2, and 3. 2 villains are mercenary traded.
You would
Definitely
think that would help me.
I have a couple.
What if I also told you, Scott, that those 2 villains were also Hydra traded?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
okay.
gosh. Oh, Crossbones.
Good. There's one. Steve.
Taskmaster.
There's the other. Okay.
Of course, that helped. But
you
it's
go.
back to me.
Now, Scott, what if I told you of the 4 remaining, which I believe there are 4 remaining? 1,
Oh,
2,
I got one.
3, 4,
Steve's got one. Shoot.
5 of the 6 remaining, Scott.
Mhm.
Only 3 of them are unique.
Yeah, I had that feeling because I know I've looked at some that are mercenaries. Like, is the Badoon Headhunter a mercenary?
Scott, that is your first strike. Steve?
No.
Okay, so the trivia on this character is, and it might not be true anymore, but they used to have the most number of traits, Killmonger.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
good one.
Killmonger is Assassin Elite Mercenary.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Back to you, Scott, with your 1 strike.
Are we bowling or playing baseball?
You're playing
How many
baseball.
strikes do I get?
You're playing baseball. Sadly for you, you're not going for a turkey. Although it's still
I don't
3,
get 10
so
lanes.
whatever. You know? All right.
A mercenary. I'm gonna go with Viper.
That is strike 2, I'm afraid, Scott. Steve.
Okay. This is a character that we talked about we talked about a friend of his, a contemporary of his, last week's show. I think we talked about Controller, and he was in Crossfire's crew, and I think it's Crossfire.
Steve, you found another mercenary. Good. Scott, your 2-strike hint is one of these individuals appears twice on this list. So it only counts for 1, but he is both a villain and a minion. Perhaps that helps you.
Perhaps. A villain and a minion. How many of those do we even have?
If you would like another 2-strike hint, I can offer you one.
Gosh, I don't even.
All right, Scott, I'm going to give you your 2-strike hint. The fella's name is a compound word, which means colorful bird.
Oh, okay.
Or not so colorful bird, perhaps would be better.
Yeah. Okay.
Not so colorful bird. Oh no.
He's not in a box you would think he's in.
Oh gosh.
Right, Daniel?
Yes, that is fair to say.
Like, I think he's all by himself in like a wave of 3 boxes.
By himself in a wave of 3 boxes. So we're probably talking about the mutant boxes here.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Daniel, I think I know who it is.
I
mean, your clue is pretty darn good.
The clue's good.
Yeah. I think I get to steal it from Scott if he doesn't answer.
I think you get to steal. Yeah. I'm clueless. Despite the many clues you've given me, I have squandered the clues.
He's one of the few enemies in the mutant wave that has a gun.
We're talking about Grey Crow.
Yes,
about the Morlock hunters. Yeah,
yeah. Because you would.
So, Grey Crow, the villain, and the minion are both Marauder and Mercenary traded.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. That keeps
the colorful bird. The sepia tone raven was a helpful hint.
No, once I remembered the Morlocks, it came to mind. The gun, like I hit on those about the same time, and I was like, oh, of course, like.
Yeah, because I think everybody's a mutant or whatever.
The Marauders.
Now, Steve, your hint, since it's your turn.
Wait. I don't need a hint. I have an idea.
He doesn't need a hint.
I don't know its name. Can I describe the card to you instead?
Sure.
Okay. It is in it's Norman Osborn's like in-house security dude from Risky Business. It's like a
Steve,
guy standing.
I am 100% going to give you the private security spec.
Yeah,
Which is
all right.
exactly what you described.
Yep.
How the hell
Yes.
did you remember that?
I think I'm out though.
Okay, now
Well,
Scott,
we played that fairly recently.
I know there's an elite mercenary.
there are two more, Scott, and they
Killmonger
are
was elite.
both non-unique.
Okay, so is there a hired gun in Osborne's set as well that is also a mercenary?
Is that your guess?
That's my final guess. I'll go
Scott,
down
I'm
on that
afraid
one.
that you have gone down on strike.
Yeah, I win because I don't know anymore.
You do win. Scott, I'll give you this hint. Scott, this is Hood card 41 from Ransacked Armory number 6 and 7. And the other one is from the core set.
Ooh.
Card 121, but also Claw 11 and 12.
The gun runner.
Yes,
Right.
the weapons runner is
Weapons
a
runner.
mercenary.
Oh, that's not who I was thinking of from your description. Ransacked
And-
Armory has an armored guard in it.
The armored
Correct.
guard is the other mercenary. So thanks for playing, everybody. Those of you at home got them all.
Oh, okay. Wait,
I like these impromptu games. And
did you say something about Claw though? Is there somebody in? Oh, that was the weapons runner.
Weapons runner, I think,
Okay.
is like it calls itself Core Set 121, and so is that
Okay.
possible that there's 3 of them in the box?
Yeah, there must
Okay.
be if it's like
So,
2 or something.
Of which one?
weapons runner.
If it's like
Yeah.
11 to 12 or whatever it is, that means there's two of them or something. So
Right. Yeah.
Because armored guard says the Hood number 41, Ransacked Armory 7.
came in the Hood pack, but the modular is Ransacked Armory.
Okay. Yeah.
I think,
But it's
yeah,
like there's 2 versions of it in the Ransacked. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fun. Okay.
Very fun.
Impromptu game.
Impromptu game.
Impromptu
and what do I
game.
win? I only do this for money because I'm a mercenary.
You win Scott telling them about the secret lair.
Oh, all right.
First, we have to talk about this pot. I think both Scott and I already said our feelings.
I like it. I think
Steve,
it's cool.
You're also saying it's cool? All right.
Yeah, I like it. I think 3 unique minions that are unique. They have different things going on. Cards that, might fetch them or make them bigger, give you some choices with the side scheme. And it's 5 cards, so you can drop it in anywhere. And obviously now I think what we need to do is go and dig out some of these other mercenaries and add them to it and see what happens.
100%.
Yeah.
We need to make our own Critical Encounters mercenary mod set that uses Batroc's Brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
I like that. Yeah, like you said, Steve, the minions are really unique. They're completely different, but the side scheme of the treachery brings them together and kind of grounds the set. I think this is so good. This is an A-plusser for sure. I like all 3 of the mercenaries. It's great.
Yeah, I can't argue with it. Yeah.
The theme on it's very consistent in the theme. The theme is rooted in the lore of these characters, obscure though they may be. It's
good point.
Yet again one of those mod sets that builds on itself, so it's very self-referential. They've gotten into this nice design where they'll have some characters, they'll have a card that gets a character, they'll have a side scheme. It's just everything about it is so nice, and the minions are impactful but not overwhelming, I think. But they do something when they come out, right? One has Surge, one takes an item, a weapon, or a card off the top of your deck, and one does damage to your characters. When they come out, they're always going to do at least something. Everything about this set is just chef's kiss.
100% agree. Now, Scott, where can people tell us how much they love this set or how well they did in the impromptu quiz?
Well, if you want to tell us how much more you know about mercenaries in Marvel Champions, especially more than me.
Not hard.
Or if you have love letters or fan mail for Batroc the Leaper, by all means, you can email us at criticalencounterspod@gmail.com. We are Critical Encounters on Facebook. You can find our YouTube, Twitch, or Patreon by searching for Critical Encounters Podcast. And on Discord, we are Vardan, Big Fun Love, and Lexicon. If you like our show, tell your friends. If you don't like our show, tell your enemies. Zaran, take us out.
Shut up, Batroc. If I'm going to die, I want to do so without your stupid prattling in my ear.
Rapido, right? Your girlfriend gave you that name?